Hi, Statesmen Nation. We are sitting down with head men's soccer coach Simon Brown as we prepare for the 2023 season. Coach, before we get into the 23 season, let's recap 2022, another year of ending up at Nationals, fourth straight year. Unfortunately, lost in the first round, but you lost to the national champion, so it's got to be a little consolation prize there. Let's just recap last year, and then we'll move forward.
Yeah, it's been a trend that we're trying to change, and it was the same interview last year. Ups and downs.
Yep.
That we're trying to, eradicate and trying to get a little bit more consistency throughout the season, because it feels like we're always on an emotional roller coaster. We have really high highs and really low lows, and we're just trying to get away from that. And we had some great moments in there. I don't want to take anything away from that, but I think when you look back, the good moments were better than the bad moments.
Yep.
And we learned, we got better, we grew, we grew through some adversity last year, and that's hopefully some of the stuff we're trying to bring into next year, this coming season with a whole new team. So yeah.
Well, and one of the highest highs is making that big run in the conference tournament. Had that not happen, obviously you don't have a chance to face Bethel in the national tournament. So you got to feel good about when they needed to step up, they stepped up.
Yeah, and there was great camaraderie about us that last week. And here, listen, we came seventh, but we missed the PK against Park to win the game. We had one that we would have came fourth.
Right.
And
Yeah, you were right there.
Game.
I mean,
so
fourth and seventh was just
that was the fine lines. And then we missed a one-on-one against CMU in the last couple of minutes.
Right.
CMU wouldn't have won the conference, and we would have came fourth.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there was a lot of little moments that we could look back to that were the reason that we saw was like, listen, that was why we finished where we are. So we need to be able to capitalize on those big moments in the games, and not have to rely on beating Mo Valley away, beating Mid America away, beating CMU away in a week.
Yeah.
to get to a national tournament.
Right.
So again, we just want to make things. We don't want things to be easy, but we should be more consistent throughout the season, so that we're not backs against the wall and fighting for our lives at the end. So hopefully we fight for our lives in the middle of the season. Try and make that as important as the postseason.
Sure. All right, let's talk about the off season. Recruiting wise, what were you looking for? What do you feel like you accomplished? I'll just keep talking over your phone. It happens.
Yeah.
And other things that you wanted to accomplish during the off season to get ready for this year.
We had a lot of holes to fill.
Yep.
We lost captains. We lost our 3 all-conference players. We lost some big characters. So again, that's what we were kind of looking for. Whether it was recruiting, NCAA transfers or freshmen, that was kind of the holes we were looking to fill, was personalities and players. We think we brought that in, and we're just trying to bring out the best of the kids. And there's an adaptation phase that goes with new kids to a new team, playing with new coaches. I think getting used to the style in America is massive, especially with the internationals that we have. It's kind of an eye opener. The physicality of it, the pace of play, all those things will take us a while to get used to. So we need to be ready for 3 days' time for Governor State on Saturday. So that's going to be important.
Exactly. All right, let's break down the roster. If you want to start from the top or the bottom, your pick.
We'll go with the goalkeepers, and we'll work our way up, because that's the way we like to do things.
Yep.
We have 3 new goalkeepers. We obviously graduated Harry last year. We lost a couple of others, but we have Hacken actually came in the spring from Iowa Western. Sean's a Division 1 transfer from Northern Kentucky, and then we have a freshman from Sweden in Kevin. Working up the line, this is the position where we have most returners.
Yeah.
Timo, Ale, Eden all started the national tournament game against Bethel. So again, we're confident in our back line. And then adding in Lucas there, who would have started but had some illness towards the end of the year. So again, 4 guys that were in and about the team last year. And then we have a couple of guys that are come back from injury now. Reese transferred in from top junior college, and Dimitri's from Serbia. So a little bit of an older freshman, but again, a couple of guys that will be able to contribute. Working out to the midfield, this is where we had the biggest turnover. We lost Thiago, Milton, and Aaron, 3 consistent starters throughout the year. Aaron was a All-American. So again, we're trying to build the guys that we have coming in around what we think we had last year, and trying to mold them to what we feel. So we have Connor was here last year. He's going to be able to help us out. We have Dan, who's a Division 2 transfer coming in. He's been helping us out the last couple of games. And then we also have a little bit higher up the field, a couple of younger kids in Emery and Miguel from Germany and Spain, respectively. Freshman kids. Dara's a Division 2 transfer. So again, guys that are coming in from high caliber teams and then high caliber academies over in Europe. So that we're trying to just build a team around them right now. And then front line we have Big Joe Katingi who started last year. Luigi was our top goal scorer last year. We've got Tim King's probably going to play on the wing up top for us, again another Division 2 transfer. He's been here for us the last couple of years. So those are the guys that are really standing out right now in practice and in the games. And again, just a lot of new faces, a lot of transfers that have come from different systems, different styles that we're trying to get them to our way. So we want it to be done in a second, and that's not the way things are. So again, it's going to take a while. Take a little bit of patience from us, the coaching staff, to get them to, like I said, buy in and get them on, get them to join our winning culture right away. I think that's going to be the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get back to that in a second, but let's break down the schedule. Another stout non-conference schedule to get you ready for obviously what's going to be a difficult, hard slate. Beginning with Governor State, a team that has a really good record, slipped up in the quarterfinals. I'd say. I mean, they were higher up in the Chicagoland Conference, but you got Friends in there. I think Briarcliff, you got Hannibal Lagrange, all teams that normally are pretty strong and national qualifying type opponents. So how's this going to prepare you for the Heart?
Yeah, every team on the schedule finished in the top 6 of their conference. So we kind of did it that way last year. Guilty of trying to look for easy wins. This year it's not the case. So we've put our backs against the walls in recruiting. So again, we can't have a day off, and we can't miss on kids, and we can't have a day off from training and all that stuff. So we schedule tough on purpose. I think that's when we're at our best. Is when we really test ourselves. Like I said, we're going down to Mobile and William Carey, two top 10 teams. The schedule just came out, 2 top 10 teams. Mobile's lost in the national final the last 2 years. But we're no stranger to that with the conference and the teams we play against, ourselves included. So we want to be able to know going into conference who we are. So I said this in my Heart meet today, that we split the conference up into split the season up into 3 parts, and it's the non-conference bit, the regular season, which is the Heart conference, and then the postseason. So we're just getting ready for the first part right now, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. A lot of away games. We only have 7 home games, so it's even tougher to go on the road. So again, we want those tough challenges, and we're not afraid to. It's been a thing here. We're not afraid to take a loss to figure out who we are here. We've never been an 18-1 team with easy schedule. We're always 13-6, 14-5, right around there, winning records, but also the losses are coming against tough teams, and that's always been the case. So again, we're going to be able to win a couple of those games so we can be a little bit more successful. We want to win every game, but again, it's just Saturday against Governor State is going to be a big test for these guys to get, like I said, acclimated to the college environment, to the speed of play, to the physicality of it, because I think a lot of it so far has been an eye opener. So
well, it's going to be hot too, unfortunately. So I'm getting ready for that. Into the conference part of the second part of the season, as you called it. You got the likes of Missouri Valley. CMU might be a little bit down this year with the coaching change, but they're still going to be CMU. Manam's going to be there. I mean, Grandview, Mount Mercy, etc. I mean, a lot of strong teams. So where do you feel like you kind of already answered this, but where do you feel like the Statesmen fit in that picture?
Yeah, it's the first thing I look at is we have Baker away the first game of the season, and it's tough, really tough, and it just doesn't get. There's just no days off, and I've said this every interview every year. There's just I can never have a week where I'm like, all right, like the guys got this. No offense to our players, but there's never a moment, there's never a minute in the game where it's like I can sit down and relax and be like, right, we've got this. But it's just a testament to the conference and to the other coaches in there and how tough everybody plays us. It's just, it's just killer after killer after killer every game. Everyone wants to win. Everyone's trying to take our spot away. We've had some perceived success in the last couple of years without finishing in the top 3. So all those guys that have finished behind us, they want a piece of our cake. They want what we've had. They've seen that we've had a bit of success going to national tournaments, and they feel like they're not too far away for us. But again, we're pushing high. So again, we go into every game trying to win every game. we go into every conference regular season trying to win the regular season. And then we go into the post tournament trying to win the post tournament. We don't go into we're playing CMU today. This is a write-off. Let's rest a couple of guys because we're going to lose anyway. We don't do that. We go toe to toe with everyone that's out there because we know that everybody's going to give us their best too. And it's a great challenge. And this is why these kids come here. And they could go to other conferences where they could win 15, 16 games a year and not be tested and go to a national tournament. But again, you come here to play for the best against the best. So that's kind of how it's set up.
All right, let's put a bow on the whole thing. What's it going to take for the team to achieve the goals you guys have set for yourselves?
Yeah, they got to buy in. We got to really buy into us, to the way that we play, to the coaches what the coaches believe in. We've worked harder than we've ever done before this preseason with the staff that we have. You know, I have the luxury of having 3 GAs. They're meeting with the guys every day, individual film, small group film, large group film. We're reflecting on practice. So again, we're doing as much as possible to get these guys caught up. So again, as quickly as they can buy in, and we can start to hopefully continue on a little bit of success that we've had in the last couple of years, and push on because we're not satisfied where we are. We want more, and that hunger will never leave us, whether it's a new crop of kids or whether we have returners and stuff like that. So again, just getting them to buy into who we are will determine the success that we have this season.
Definitely. All right, awesome. Once again, the Statesmen will start up in 2023 on Saturday against Governor State, a strong team out of the Chicagoland, and like Coach said, it doesn't get a lot easier after that. So we say a lot of opportunities. 7 is kind of a lot. Opportunities to catch William Penn at home at Ross Field. So if you can't do that, we'll have all the links on statesmanathletics.com. Keep abreast of the team's season there. Also on all of our social medias. Make sure you download our app, all of those things. So, all right, Coach, best of luck this season. I'm sure they'll buy in. Hopefully they buy in quicker than not.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks.